So, hey guys, so this is a high elo game that I played not too long ago on my main account when I was spamming a lot more League than now. Obviously right now I'm on a bit of a break from solo queue, but this was a really high elo game. As you guys can see, it's got Tolkien, it's got Jankos, it's got Elyoya, it's got Armut, it's got a bunch of other players from a bunch of other teams. The Jace I was against was like 600 or 700 LP at the time that I was facing him. I'm not sure what he is now, but so yeah, it's really high elo. Jace is supposed to counter Kassadin, and I was able to actually win my lane pretty hard. And I'm just gonna go over this game, show you guys how I did it, show you guys what ruins I won and what build I won, and just how I was able to actually win lane. So as usual, guys, in these AD matchups, we always go cloth armor first item into 4 potions. This allows us to actually out-sustain our opponent early, and we use the TP to gain an advantage in the lane. So generally speaking, these matchups, Kassadin into Lucian, Kassadin into Jace, these champions that just want to play really aggressive early game, you want to go cloth armor into 4 potions if they're AD, with second wind. Actually, second wind is a lot better than bone plating. I only go bone plating against Jace because I know how to trade with him post level 6. But generally speaking, you need second wind. So as you guys can see, like this game, my jungler gets invaded. My team doesn't really do too well. I think top lane did fine, but other than that, no one else did really that good. And yeah, like it was a bit of a struggle. Here, the only reason I won lane is because Jace just spammed all of his abilities, and because I had TP, as you guys can see, I don't let him recall, and I actually tried to trade back with him, and I checked the replay. We had exactly the same amount of gold, and I had actually an advantage here in terms of EXP because I had TP. So technically, this lane is winning for me. I'm gonna hit level 6 before him, and he has no way of really trading back with me much because I have Seekers. And so yeah, so like here, I'm doing really well. I know that I have an advantage, and whenever you have these advantages in lane, like whenever you have tempo like this, where the opponent is low and you can push the wave for free, always look to roam. So as you guys can see, like I knew that I was winning lane. I recalled, basically cheater recalled, and then I go top lane here. Always try to react to these plays if you can. Like whenever you can actually roam and help out your teammates, do it, because one, you will get the minions just like here, and you will also get the kill usually sometimes. So here, even though as you guys can see, like I go top, I don't really get anything from it apart from this wave. It's still pretty good to do because I could have potentially gotten kills. So here, what happened was Nautilus came mid. The wave was in a really nice spot for me. I got my blue buff, and here, because I have Seekers Arm Guard, one thing you guys have to understand, once you have your Seekers against melee champions, you become really strong. And yeah, I'm not too concerned. I know that we win this 2v2. I ulted because I needed that wave. That was so much gold. But as you guys can see, because I have the Seekers, we just win it really hard to get free kills. They think that they win. They're like, oh yeah, Jace Fresh versus Nautilus. They think that they can win it, but they can't. I think he was trying to predict my ulti here, but I wasn't really too concerned because Javelin was in the bush. So there we go. We get 2 free kills, and you guys have to understand, Kassadin being ahead early game against a Jace is really good. Jace is supposed to be a counter pick to Kassadin, and Jace isn't very good if he falls behind. So again, as you guys can see, the second I have the opportunity to actually roam, I do it regardless of what happens, regardless of if it nets me a kill or not. It's always good to do. We go bot, we get, you know, heal, we get her stopwatch. It's still something. Maybe next time now, maybe if we didn't get that, who knows what could have happened. Maybe my bot lane could have died, something could have happened. So it's always good to go bot and to roam whenever you can, just even if you don't get kills, just to be able to create pressure around the map. Now here again, the reason why I am going top lane here is because I saw Jace on the ward. I know that they most likely want to dive this, so I actually move. And then it ends up being really, really huge because it nets us this free kill. And I think I got the Jace here as well. And this was really, really game winning. So being able to predict these roams and these plays is really, really good because you get to react to them just like that. So yeah, we get the kills. I push the wave. It's huge game winning. Jace gets nothing. He doesn't even get the mid wave, and the wave is pushing in, so they're going to lose this wave mid. So, this is the importance of being able to actually pressure around the map whenever you have the opportunity to. So, whenever you get a solo kill, whenever you're able to push a wave, whenever you're able to, whenever the enemy roams in at a bad timer, stuff like that, just look at the minimap and ask yourself, is there anywhere that I can go? Can I pressure anywhere? And try to predict and see where the enemy jungler is going, and then maybe you can make plays like that as well. Because in the end, that league is really, really simple. People just overcomplicate it for no reason. I think there are a lot of advanced mechanics when it comes to laning. Laning is probably the most complicated concept, but generally the way that the game works, push, waves, roam, create pressure, stuff like that. Know your limits. It's relatively simple. People just have to have the right amount of confidence, and they just need to know what they're doing. So here I was really, really fed. As you guys can see, I'm 6-0, 14 minutes. I've ganked top. I've ganked, I've been able to win my own lane, and this is where I got a bit ahead of myself. So this is a mistake that you shouldn't make. I see Jace. I know that I can kill him. This Jace was really smart. He ran towards his Nidalee, and I chased him, which was a mistake, and because of this I ended up giving Nidalee a free shutdown. So yeah, this is the kind of stuff that you shouldn't do. Don't chase them into their jungle. He ran away into his jungle for a reason. You always have to assume when someone does something that you don't really comprehend, there's something that he knows that you don't know. In this case, it's Nidalee was nearby, so don't chase like that. Play it safe. Go for the guaranteed plays, because stuff like that can lose you the game. Now after that, the game stalled. It became very, very slow paced. Just became like a farm fest. I tried to help out wherever I could. Had to suck a few waves sometimes. And now I made another mistake here. I should have just went side lane. The best way to pressure at this point of the game is just go side lane and try to push waves for pressure. Like this was a bit unlucky. If that Urgot ulti hit, then we would have actually been able to kill him. But yeah, as you guys can see, because I'm not pressuring anyone on the map, this is the mistake that I made. I just went around the map looking for kills rather than actually looking to pressure. We lost a lot of tempo. Now, as you guys can see, if you look at the minion waves, the bot wave is pushed in, the mid wave is even, and when you're fed, that's how you win the game. Early game, you want to look to actually impact the map. Once you've impacted the map, the right way to play is really simple. You just go side lane, you push the wave. If someone comes, you can either try to kill them, or you can just ignore them and rotate to your team and actually try to create a numbers advantage. So this was pretty bad by me for these few minutes. I should just be permanently pushing rather than doing this. And because I don't, the enemy is actually able to pressure. Now I end up realizing this during this game. I was like, yeah, what the heck am I doing? Like, I'm kind of trolling. Here I'm like, do we go for this? And I was like, nah, everyone's missing. But then here, people are spamming like the golems bush. Apparently we were getting roamed on. I got TPs and a team fight breaks out. So I'm just going to run down like how I played this team fight. Now, I was still really squishy, and I'm not extremely strong, but as Kassadin, still use your spells. Like, I don't really want to ulti in until I'm really safe. But I'm still throwing out my Qs, I'm throwing out my E, and I'm basically acting as a threat because I'm in proximity to go on them, but I'm also not in range to be hit. And at the same time, I'm threatening to clean up. So that's kind of how you want to play. The mistake that most people do is they just are flashing and they die, and then, they become useless. Play it safe. You don't have to make these crazy plays. You don't have to, like, do anything insane. If someone has a really high shutdown, then you can. Like, if someone has like a 1k gold shutdown, you're certain you can one-shot them, go for it. But other than that, just chill. You don't have to go crazy. Just play it safe. Do the consistent correct play rather than doing the stupid play, which will work one game and then it will mess up the next game. Like, most of the time, if you just play correctly, you play slow, you do what's needed to be done, you will climb. Now, obviously, if you want to test limits, you want to, see what your champion can and cannot do, that's fine. But my recommendation would be, once you do know what your champion is, capable of doing, exactly when you can 1v4, 1v5, then honestly, just chill and play it slow. So here, the only reason I do go bot is because I see that Jace is top. I'm like, okay, we've got numbers advantage. Kai'Sa can rotate as well. Let's just look to force a fight. So that's another tip. Whenever you guys have number advantage, just look to force, look to create a play on the map. If you're not going to win 4v5, you're probably not going to win 5v5. So just anytime you have numbers advantage, just go for it and spam ping your team, because people do not have great map awareness. So here, Drake is spawning and there's about to be a fight. So what I do, which is really important to do on assassins, especially Kassadin, because Kassadin can jump over walls, look to flank, guys. Flanking is really, really good. Fog of War is really, really good to play around. And because I don't know if this is warded, I wait before the team fight starts before I actually jump over, focus the free target, always go on the free target. Like, I'm not flashing on center here, I'm just going for whoever's free, even if it means focusing Aatrox. As long as it's with the team, it's fine. We win the fight, we secure the Drake, easy peasy. All I have to do now is go sideline and get 16 and the game is pretty much over. So as you guys can see, after this, I just chill. I go sideline, I pick up, as much farm as I can. Try to hit level 16 before I actually do stuff. Push mid wave, and then after that I just go try to farm raptors. See that they're not up, so I just go recall. Buy my items. I go void stuff because the opponent might start building ammo, and death cap was too expensive for me to buy. So yeah, just go top, push the wave, and then rotate with your team. It's that simple. Here I don't want to risk pushing any further, and I rotate because I see that a fight might erupt because everyone is grouped, and when everyone's grouped, fights usually happen. I literally TP just to close the distance because I do not want to risk the fight being lost because I'm a few seconds too late, which usually happens. So, I just TP just to make sure that I get there faster. TP, pick up from 3 kills, make sure my team doesn't die, make sure I'm actually in the fights, and then go back to sideline. And that's just what I do for the rest of the game now. I'm just going to push waves. After I push waves, if my team fights, I rotate. It's that simple. If I can dive someone, I dive. If I can hide in bushes, I hide in bushes. But other than that, it's pretty simple to end games when you're fed. It doesn't really require much effort. Just play with your team, be smart, don't be stupid. Don't try to be a hero for no reason when the game is already won, and you end up giving the enemy team a shutdown and you lose your team tempo and stuff like that. Just play it smart. Play around objectives. Like here, we go Baron because we have complete Baron control. Nidalee walks up too far. She doesn't realize I'm really fed. I'm not sure what she was doing there. She probably doesn't know how much damage I do. So she just gets one shot, which is a pretty normal thing to do. On Kassadin, when you have 4 stacks on your ult, you just stack up your ult and then you QRWE them and they will just die. And that's basically it. We get Baron, and the game is basically over at this point. Just recall, get your items. Make sure you don't overstay and die like a monkey. Go buy your items, get your elixir. Elixir is really good, and flash is really important to use on Kassadin in team fights. Knowing how to R flash is really, really important. you know, make sure the opponent doesn't have stopwatch, so you don't like end up R flashing and the opponent stopwatches and outplays you, then you just get CC'd and die. So here, you know, I'm just chilling, I'm waiting for something to happen. I see that they engage on Ergot, and then, you know, I just go in, focus the free target first. Kassadin does a lot of damage, and then, you know, just clean up, 3 kills, GG well played, and the game is over. So, you know, that's basically it. It wasn't very hard. You just have to be aware of the minimap and aware of what happens. This is a really high elo game, guys. Now, I ended up messing around with Jankos here. I was like, yo, Jankos, tell Caps he better watch out. Now, obviously, I'm joking. You know, I'm not even that great of a player myself to be able to say that compared to Caps. Not even close. But, you know, obviously, I'm just joking with him. You know, don't take it seriously, guys. I literally just said that because in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to make a video with this. So I just want to use it as a thumbnail, and that's basically it. So, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below. Tell me guys what you guys think. If you guys want any other videos on any other champions, on any other, I don't know, any just questions, matchups in general, let me know. I basically learned how to play every single matchup in the game. So I can make a video on any matchup. So yeah, that's about it. One more thing, guys. I will be doing a coaching giveaway on the YouTube channel Wanyu. So go subscribe to that channel, and I will pick a random subscriber, and I will coach that subscriber if he plays a champion that I play. So yeah, just go subscribe, and that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Have a nice whatever it is for you. Ramadan, night, morning, and peace. See you guys next video.